Welcome to the Easy Wellcast. I'm Mike Glover. This is Drew Thomas right here. And today, before we talk about updates on Drew Thomas' return to St. Louis, let me tell you all why I didn't upload videos for a week last week. Well, it was right after I finished doing the Easy Wellcast. Last week we were watching Buff Shaggy edits, but unfortunately, right after I was done, the stream was like they kind of used like AI to scan the whole stream to detect like any third party content we're watching. So unfortunately, I ended up receiving a strike, which means I couldn't upload for a week. Well, now I'm back, so yeah, yeah. Well, guess what? I did take the 7 question trivia thing about whatever. So the warning's no longer there, but I do. But after like a couple months, the strike did put me on like some sort of probation for like 3 months. Then after 3 months, then the strike goes away. Hmm. So
Welcome
yeah,
back. We're not going to
so,
be joining
so
close.
far this has only been my first copyright strike I've ever gotten in forever. So yeah, but I no longer have the warning because of that 7 question trivia thing I took. Hmm. So,
Yeah.
anyways, that's all I wanted to let you guys know about what happened. So now, Drew, what's how's production on Drew Thomas return to St. Louis going?
Well, I think we completed the Six Flags scenes. I mean, some scenes might be altered, but
Okay,
for the most part, I got Six Flags done. So we don't need any more scenes from Six Flags. We
okay,
got plenty of scenes from Six Flags, and so yeah.
all right.
If you hear noises, that's my family. They are currently in the family room. But anyway, so uh, so I'm going to go over a brief synopsis of what the plot's going to be. I'm not going to give any spoilers though.
Okay.
So it's going to be like Magic Railroad, which speaking of which, happy 24th anniversary to that movie. Freaking love that movie to death. Anyway, so carrying on. So the movie is going to pretty much focus on Mr. Conductor and getting a message from Tommy G. Well, not really a message. Tommy G tells Mr. Conductor straight away that um, they're having a 4th of July event. Well, meanwhile, Thomas and Percy have an important job to do for Six Flags. Thomas is to bring some guests, and also Percy is to deliver the fireworks for the 4th of July celebration. And so there's also going to be another plot where, well, the Otters unfortunately have lost their home, Lake Hoo-Ha, which if you've seen PB&J Otter, then you pretty much know what Lake Hoo-Ha is. It's the town in which they live in. So, yeah,
Hmm.
it's pretty much going to be gone. Mayor Jeff is going to be dead. Mainly because, well, I want to have the Otters face a big challenge, which is death. Now, they've tackled it before in an episode, but this is like an actual death. So they're going to cope with grief and stuff. And so, because of the lack of babysitters and, the usual cops of Sodor being on patrol for a strange case, Opal and Ernest Otter call on Nicholas Wilde and Judy Hopps from Zootopia to watch over PB&J. And also, the healers are going to be at the zoo too because they're trying to find a good space to rehearse for Bluey's Big Play, which is the show I attended. If you want to see the the pictures I got, check out my Facebook. I'll eventually upload a few of them onto YouTube. I've already done an edited one, but I might do pictures of the whole show. I haven't recorded any clips for copyright reasons and also because of the Fabulous Fox's strict no filming policy.
Hmm.
But I did take pictures. For clips that are going to have the show, it's pretty much going to be taken from the actual page or from actual media. Just need to avoid ones that have like the automatopoeias or stuff because well, then it's going to be obvious that I'm using a trailer. But anyway, the Simpsons are going to be found at a big gas station called Wally's. It's a real gas station, and it is like Walmart and a gas station mixed up. They have candy, souvenirs, and other fantastic things. There's even going to be a scene filmed by one of my railroad friends, which is also named Wyatt. Wyatt's Train World, that's what it is. He's filmed the scene at his railroad, the railroad he works at, which is the Wabash, Frisco, and Pacific Railroad, which is a miniature steam railroad in Eureka, no, Wildwood, Missouri, which is near Eureka, past Six Flags. So, yeah, there's going to be a scene with that. And obviously, the Zooline engines are going to return, and so will Tommy G. Robertson. Because, I mean, at Six Flags, who else is going to be the engine there? Little Rock, they got rid of that. They shipped it off to Busch Gardens. But anyway, I've recorded a lot of clips, and it's going to have some inclusions of great songs, including the smash hit from Zootopia, Try Everything, if we don't get copyrighted. I'm going to do a copyright test by making a trailer for a music video that I'm going to eventually make, which will feature clips from Thomas and Friends and Bluey, and also during the chorus, you'll be seeing clips of Tommy G. Robertson pulling his train. So that'll be the copyright test, and I'm going to definitely put that, copyright notice in the description, so that way I'll have that to use, saying that this is a fan project, and that I'm not intended for stealing. I mean, YouTube still likes to throw a fit and give copyright strikes, but I've only gotten like one, and it was from a old friend who he let me use this profile picture, but decided to give me the strike as a joke. It wasn't funny, but this isn't a drama community anymore. This is a good Christian, good community. Well, not overly Christian. We're not going to become pious and stuff, because we do not want to turn this into an episode of Moral Oral. Anyway, so this is going to be a fun movie to do. The vast majority of the movie is going to be at Six Flags. That's like where the movie's going to mostly take place. I might also do a scene in Galena, Kansas, where Thomas and Percy are trying to find the way to St. Louis, because in Galena, Kansas, they have a whole area of Cars characters replicas from the movie Disney and Pixar's Cars. So there's that. It's pretty freaking amazing. And I am going to be filming the Missouri welcome sign for when Thomas and Percy arrive. That's going to be in Kansas City. I might actually film a scene at Union Station for the exterior anyway. Maybe get an exterior shot, then it jumps to a shot of Thomas and Percy. But yeah. If you like trains and cartoons, you're definitely going to love this. I'm also thinking about re-uploading the first movie because it has recently just turned 3. So happy 3 years for the first movie, Drew Thomas the Movie, which was honestly the biggest project I've made so far, for now. The sequel is probably going to be just as good. Oh, Sideshow Bob is going to be the main villain of the second movie. Diesel 10 is gone. Sideshow Bob is going to be the main villain. There will be Diesels, but no Diesel 10. There are going to be the Diesels, though. And they're pretty much going to be the comedic villains. They're going to be like the funny henchman characters, like Krunk from Emperor's New Groove, or those weird pig people from Sleeping Beauty. Pretty much funny villains. Villains are not meant to be taken seriously. Well, more of henchmen. This case, hench trains. And this will not have any engines getting blown up. No engines will be harmed in making up this movie. I am going to be doing the zoo scenes very soon and the hotel scenes, which I'm going to film at the Holiday Inn at Six Flags St. Louis. And I will also be recording some. I'm I might actually record some scenes this weekend on Sunday. Mainly the Frisco Trailhead scenes, which are going to be transitioning from Thomas to White's Railroad, White's Train World. Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to start addressing Wyatt's by their full YouTube names. Like he'll be White Glover TV, and White's Train World's gonna be White's Train World.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, following the release of this movie, I might do one episode, and then we're going to transition to Halloween. Which, if you're wondering why there hasn't been much Drew Thompson Friends episodes, it's because, well, I'm trying to stay focused on the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty much halfway done with filming. I've got a lot of the Six Flags stuff done, heck, all of it. I just need cab scenes, coach scenes, and then obviously, the hotel and zoo scenes. And then I will be editing. Actually, I might start editing a little bit tomorrow after the movies. I'm going to see Deadpool and Wolverine.
Me too. I'm gonna see it next weekend with my dad and my
Cool.
stepmother.
Yeah. Obviously, when I film, I like to have a little fun. Like when I go to Six Flags, I go on coasters. I don't just go film and get out. I actually have some fun. I ride some roller coasters. And sometimes when I go on the roller coasters, I actually film some clips of characters going on roller coasters. Which, you know, there's going to be new characters introduced in the movie, like Nick and Judy. And also, we have the other new introduced characters, like Garfield from, Garfield. Pretty much everyone knows who Garfield is. And this was by persuasion from Josh, who also loves Garfield. Which I've grown up with Garfield a lot, and so I thought he would be a fun character to include in the Drew Thomas lore or canon or whatever. But yeah, I was originally going to do a Halloween movie this year, but I decided to put it on hold because after making this movie, it's best if I don't just make another movie because then there'll be no room for Drew Thomas and Friends.
Hmm.
And there might be a Christmas special. There might be a Christmas movie.
Okay. That might. Well, I'll tell you what. You've done three spoofs or parodies on the Polar Express. You did the Thomas Express. Um, I liked it. Everyone liked it so much that you decided to turn it into a trilogy. The sequel,
Franchise.
Spirit of the Season, and the third one, The Final Journey. Which if your title says The Final Journey, that means stop making more of it. But you almost did when you were gonna do. You were originally gonna do either a prequel or a spinoff.
It's going to be a spin-off movie with Percy.
The
Or I think
Percy Express.
if I did do another Thomas Express film, it would be both Thomas and Percy going to the North Pole.
Oh, I was
Maybe because
thinking.
I have Nick and Judy, and I'm wondering what would it be like if they were on the Polar Express. I've seen this video where it's like these. Someone has uploaded these like little storyboards from the Polar Express, but he's added characters like SpongeBob SquarePants, Gumball from the Amazing World of Gumball, Nick and Judy from Zootopia, and yeah, pretty much just a lot of characters on that Polar Express storyboard. They've done the ice scene and the observation car scene, and they've had these cartoon characters. I mainly wanted to make another Thomas Express film because, we have Nick and Judy. It's not going to be Thomas going to the North Pole, though. And he won't be doing Glacier Gulch because that's already been done too many times. Instead, the big challenge is going to be an avalanche because, an avalanche is pretty friggin' scary.
Well, I'll
Imagine
tell
being
you
scared
what.
to death by snow.
Oh man, it's gonna
Don't
be a
you know
final
what happens?
destination situation, but I don't think anyone will be having premonitions in that film, or at least in the end. Anyways, um, uh, Drew Thomas Christmas movie I originally had in mind. I do have in mind that we can do. definitely not another Polar Express spoof or parody. I was thinking that we I can help you write, um, or maybe like do our own take on do our own adaptation of A Christmas Carol, but with your characters, with all the characters from Thomas and Friends, Simpsons, Zootopia,
Oh my
Garfield,
gosh.
PB&J
Idea.
Audio
Yes.
movie. Yes, A Christmas Carol, like a Drew Thomas Christmas Carol. That we
That
can
would be
definitely
good.
do this
I might
year.
actually do that.
Yeah, I might help Drew write that, and I will help Drew plan out all the scenes. And so,
Okay.
yeah,
Forget that Polar Express spoof. I was mainly wanting to do it because the Polar Express is turning 20. And so I thought
yes, the
maybe
Polar
if I did
Express
another
turned
one,
20
that'd
this
be a
year.
great way to celebrate. But I've already done it too many times. So 3 is enough. That should be it. I tried the Percy Express, but fate gave me other plans because I have a
Yeah.
feeling that someone snuck that cold in me, so that way I wouldn't make the Thomas Express or the Percy Express.
Now let me tell you, if you like, if you kept doing like Polar Express spoofs, more Thomas Expresses spoofs or spin-offs, prequels every year, the channel will just the channel will not your channel will not do well for
Yeah,
as potential.
eventually
It-
people are gonna
You'll
be like,
lose
"Oh
you'll
wow,
lose some
what's gonna
interest.
happen?"
So I figured that we do a different uh, Christmas special, like a our own version of A Christmas Carol, with Drew's characters, and
Let's go.
I might just slip Timon and Pumbaa and Simba and Nala in a cameo somewhere, or maybe as background extras. They have just no line of dialogue at all. Um, guess
It
what
would be
else?
great
Guess
though.
guess what other movie turned 20? Uh, a whole
Shrek
bunch more.
2, Shark Tale,
Shark Tale, um,
the
The
SpongeBob SquarePants
Incredibles,
movie,
SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Lion King 1.5, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, and
The
Dodgeball,
Incredibles.
Incredibles, and what
Damn,
else? What?
there's a lot of movie anniversaries this year.
A lot of it. Yeah. A lot have turned 20,
Oh,
30, 40. Speaking of 40, last weekend, me and my mom went to see our 40th anniversary screening of the Neverending Story. It was a lot of fun.
40.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. It
Oh,
felt
okay.
it felt it felt different and more amazing to see my favorite film on the big screen than at home. I've seen it at home so many times before, but not on the big screen. But now I have. They did put it back in theaters to celebrate its 40th anniversary,
Yeah,
and yeah, it was
there's been a
fun.
lot of those this year. Oh, South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut just turned 25, but well, you know,
Yeah, I
much love
didn't.
about
I
that.
have not seen that movie, but I know that a lot of people love that movie as well.
Yeah. Anyway, so if we did do a Drew Thomas Christmas Carol, I think Mr. Conductor would be one of the ghosts of Christmas because I mean,
Huh. Okay.
Mr. Conductor's magic, so that's obvious.
And I definitely
So
want to be in that movie too. I definitely want to be in the movie, but maybe as the future Christmas in the future. What's this called? What's he called? Oh, the future of I'm the ghost of I'm the ghost of future Christmas. Let me take you to
that could
where you
actually
will
be
be in the next
interesting.
50 years.
Why
um,
it being the spirit of Christmas, the
I don't think, but I
ghost from
don't.
the
I would
future.
not. I would not have a line of dialogue at all. I would just be pointing and just be like, "What over there?" Was like,
Yes,
I
sort
wouldn't
of
say
like
right over there.
you
I'd
know,
just be like, I would just point. That'd be easy for me to do. I
yeah.
wouldn't need a line of dialogue. I would just point to your
Yeah.
gravestone. So,
One thing I
anyways,
wanted to do is like a Drew Thomas retelling of the story of the birth of Jesus, and call it the Drew Thomas Nativity Story, where various characters are going to play like Mary, Joseph, the wise men, shepherds, baby Jesus, and yeah,
also, I semi dreamed of something last night of where me and Drew see ourselves in the next couple of years. Well, me moving out. Drew ends up quitting McDonald's to move in with me in Utah in the next couple years, and then we end up becoming YouTubers together while also still working on other things, and
Yeah.
we end up deciding to do a Polar Express play, and
Oh my gosh, I would love to see that.
yeah, would love to see. I don't know if there's ever been a Polar Express play adaptation, but if someone does know about that, send us a link to that, to a clip from that
Yeah,
play,
I've
and
seen a
we'll
couple
check it
small
out.
ones, but nothing really big, like nothing Broadway, but a
Yeah,
Broadway version of the Polar Express.
the,
Who wouldn't
not
pay to see that?
I would pay to see that,
I
but I
would.
would also play. Yeah, because it would also be like our first big production, but I think I would like to start out small, not have our first production be the Polar Express, but start off like small and just do plays and yeah.
Always wanted to make a musical about the story of my life.
And mine too. um, you know,
True and
and
White, a true story.
Drew Thomas, his
Yeah.
life. Drew Thomas and Wyatt Glover. Drew Thomas to play.
Yes. And I would have and I would hire the finest stars to play as my, high school classmates and counselor and stuff, and just tell the story of how I became a filmmaker.
yeah.
Yes.
Or is like the
Of course,
secret
like the
life of Drew
producers.
Thomas. Secret life of Wyatt Glover. Now I'm just throwing out play ideas right now.
Yeah. So,
Anyways, I have been in two plays. One, The Suicification of Romeo and Juliet, when I was in middle school and as a freshman, and I had a small part as Paris, who
oh,
almost married Juliet, but
yeah, I've seen Romeo
lost.
and Juliet.
But he lost to Romeo. Yep, he lost to Romeo. Then a couple years later, when I was into intern school, I played Homer Zuckerman in Charlotte's Web. Yeah, the director
Oh
had me
yeah,
play
the farmer.
she had me play the farmer because I was like the only one that had the farmer type body, and I was pretty tall. And
I've mostly started in school pageants and Christmas plays.
hmm,
One of the best examples is the Great Christmas Giveaway, which I still have the DVD of that. I starred in a Christmas pageant. I was the narrator for the Wiseman part of the pageant, and I've starred in a couple small Christmas plays, just small roles, nothing too special. Um, I don't know what the big I don't know what the biggest thing I auditioned for, but I did tried auditioning for a few plays, but never got the parts. Well, one was a failed audition because I was already dealing with a lot of stuff going on with me, so I declined going to the um, you know, audition. I did try to audition for a play at the college that I only took for 4 days, and as you can guess, they rejected me. Honestly, that would have kept me in the college, but because they rejected me, that just gave me more persuasion to just drop out after like 4 days because it was already stressful enough because of all the work they've been harping on me ever since I walked in because it was just too much, which that has definitely impacted me during production of Drew Thomas the movie, the first one.
well now nothing has. I hope nothing has affected has an im- has affect nothing has affected you since starting production on the sequel.
Uh,
Anyways, is the July release date still confirmed? Is still like, are you sticking to the July release, or has the movie been moved to September, to a September release, or are
uh,
you gonna like upload it whenever you get it done?
yeah, that's pretty much what I'm going to do. Upload whenever I get it done.
All right.
Which, thankfully, if I work my butt off, like If my dead end job doesn't, well, it's not really dead end actually. I still have a high chance of getting promoted to like a manager or whatever, but still not really gonna happen because I'm probably gonna be out after like a few days. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with this. Oh, I was talking about movie production. I am definitely gonna be trying my best to finish this movie, despite how stressful work may get for me. And while I'm also gonna be fighting my temptations, and I will be releasing this mother shucker because I want this to happen. In fact, I think I probably might just put social media things on hold so I can focus on this movie. However, at the same time, there's also the intense heat that I have to walk out into. So, yeah, there's that. But I will be seeing if my mom can drive me to my filming destination so I can get the filming done. Or at least pick me up from the filming destinations. Like, I walk and then I film, and then I head back. Well, ask mom to pick me up. Anyway, so I will be trying my best to get as much filming done as possible. And I also need to send the lines to the characters. In fact, I think I might actually start writing those down tonight. Mainly Charlton, no wait, Ulysses and Edward's lines because those are the ones I'm definitely gonna need lines from. I'll probably have to send Alex his lines first because he's voicing Edward. He does pretty good Edward voice. Like it definitely sounds like a Thomas and Friends character. So if you ever create stuff with Thomas and Friends, I highly recommend Alex Dingley. He's from Malta, which is I don't know where Malta is, but it's a pretty nice country. Yeah, it's a country. And yeah, I want a malt. Not to be confused with the beverage or dessert. But yeah.
Yeah.
Also, to celebrate the wrap of the movie, I'm going to plan a trip to the Wabash, Frisco, and Pacific Railroad. Also, a little update. I just went to a dentist appointment and I have to get a root canal. So, prayers, people, that I get through this. I know I will, though. Gonna get my teeth crowned, gonna get some teeth fixed, gonna get them cleaned so I can soon have a white smile. But, you know, as right now, there's that coming. So wish me luck for that. It's gonna be pretty expensive, but it's not gonna impact production of the movie at all. I'm gonna make sure nothing gets in the way. I'm releasing this movie by either Labor Day or October 1st, whatever comes first. However, I do have confidence that I can get it done by Labor Day. I can get this done. In fact, come tomorrow after the movie, I might do a footage dump where I start to dump some footage and start deleting a few of them so I can make room for more. Because it's going to be a pretty big movie.
Okay.
I might do a curtain call, but I'm not sure. But a curtain call is when a bunch of characters get together and they either just take bows or sing a song. There's a lot of those in movies, like Shrek had the karaoke dance party, and Chicken Little from 2005 had the character singing "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." And yeah, that's pretty much what I wanted to do, a curtain call. That's what it's called.
Curtain calls. Speaking of that, if we did a Pole Expressway, our play should definitely have a curtain call where Drew the conductor sings the Josh Groban song "If You Just
Yeah.
Believe." Yeah, I dreamed about that last night too. Anyways,
You dreamed about that?
I did. Yeah,
Oh my gosh. My
I dreamed
idea
about,
is taking flight because of this now. Dreams
I
are so
dreamed
amazing.
about
They
that.
always give us such great ideas.
Yep, I dreamed about that play
Yeah.
last night and couldn't help but not sleep last night. Anyways, we shall derail this easy roadcast. Stop next up in 2 weeks. So, anyways, guys, oh yeah, by the way, guys, because of that copyright strike, we will not be using YouTube to watch anything for until the strike goes away. So, anyways, guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. That's all that's all you guys need to know about the update on Drew Thomas' return to St. Louis.
All these secrets will be revealed.
Yep. All right, guys. Please give a video a like, comment, and subscribe, and click the bell icon so you get notified of all my uploads. Do the same thing on Drew's channel with the link in the description below. So this is Wyatt Glover, Andrew Thomas, derailing the Easy Railcast, saying goodbye and
sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.